What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's I, Winnie, your favourite British locked YouTuber. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, welcome to this channel. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload, which tends to be often nowadays, by the way. Pat on the back to myself. If you're an oldie and you've come back to watch this beautiful face of mine, thank you so much for the continuous support. I do appreciate you. It's actually so funny that I'm filming this video today because it's actually pouring outside, heavily pouring outside. So if you do hear it in the background, I sincerely apologize to you in advance. Just a very brief background. So I started solo traveling in 2017. The first destination that I went to was Malta. Since then I've been to Malta a couple times, and earlier on this year, before Miss Rona decided to show up, I also did a solo travel to Nice. The reason why I did Malta as my first solo travel is because a good couple of years ago, in my early 20s, I went to Malta with an ex-partner, and my experience going on holiday with him wasn't that great. Our hotel that we also had booked wasn't that great. What happened when we got back to London wasn't that great. So in my head, anytime that I would think of Malta, I would think of negative experiences, and I basically wanted to rewrite history by basically jumping on a plane by myself and rewriting history and having a whale of a time. And now Malta is actually one of my favorite destinations. As I'm filming this video, it is early July and the world is slowly opening up, which means that I have booked a couple destinations that I'm gonna do this year solo, and so I thought it would be a perfect time for me to basically make this video and share with you guys 5 reasons why I love solo traveling, and God willing will continue to solo travel for as long as I possibly can. So the first point I've put down is I don't have to go on anyone's schedule. Now, as adults, you know, if you've got like friends or a lot of family, whatever it may be, everybody has different commitments. You know, some people might be saving up for a mortgage, some people might have just moved out, some people are married, some people are starting a family, yada yada. So where everybody is at different levels of their lives, everybody's schedules are going to be different. There's nothing worse than you basically saying that, oh guys, let's go on holiday, and people say, oh, they're down, but oh, I've got a bill coming up, so you know, can we like postpone it to like another 6-8 months, and then you have to put yourself on hold to accommodate other people. That sounds selfish, but you know what, it's cool to be selfish sometimes, because sometimes we need to please ourselves. I'm not gonna lie. So I like being able to, if I want to go away next week, I can book it and I don't need to wait on anybody else. I can just book my flight, book my hotel, pack my bags and go. No wahala, no stress. Point number 2 is I can zap up cheap deals. Now last year I managed to go to Malta for a week for £35, as in my flight cost me £35. What a steal for a whole week. Now I've heard of many scenarios where somebody's seen a cheap flight and they've informed all of their friends and all of their family, and they're kind of waiting for people to work out if they're ready to fly out with them or not, and then they end up missing out that deal. I ain't got time for that. See me, if I see a cheap flight, even if it's like 6 months away, I will book it 6 months in advance, just so that I have that there and I've got it saved on my phone, and so that I have something to look forward to, and it basically keeps me going. My third point is it's a chance to get comfortable being elsewhere alone and letting go of fear. I really do believe that on the other side of fear there is greatness. I feel like fear holds us back from experiencing a lot of happiness and a lot of moments that are gonna be very defining moments, very special moments that we're gonna look back on and smile. Like, fear is a thief of joy, in my opinion. We tend to be scared of the unknown, but sometimes the unknown is what's exciting. The unknown is how you learn. So for me, I feel like solo traveling, mind you, I've solo traveled just a couple times, I've just felt like it's made me become very comfortable within my skin. Going to Malta for the first time by myself, when I came back to London, it made me very comfortable going to the restaurant alone, going to the cinema alone. I've started, not even started, I mean, when I did that in 2017, since then, I've been taking myself out on dates. Listen, I will go to a restaurant, sit down, order starter, main, dessert, wine on top of that, whilst everybody's staring at me like, why is this girl sitting here by herself? I will do that comfortably. And I owe the thanks to being able to have started solo traveling in 2017. I now feel so comfortable alone. It is unreal. That's why I would really recommend solo traveling, especially if you're somebody that being by yourself makes you feel some type of way, or you rely on other people to start the fun. Go away by yourself and start and create your own fun. Trust me, you will not regret it. My fourth point is I can make new friends and meet new people abroad. Most definitely. I think that this is really important because I feel that, generally speaking, when you're out and about in big groups, people may tend to feel intimidated to maybe approach you or talk to you or whatever it may be. And not only that, but when you go on holiday in groups, you know, with your friends or your family, because you guys all know each other, you stay fixated on enjoying time together. And sometimes that means that you end up not being open to mingle with new people. When you go away by yourself, it's completely different because you're by yourself, and when you go alone, obviously apply common sense, but go with the mindset and the energy that oozes you being open to new experiences, like you being open to talk to new people. Even if it's like you're on the plane and you happen to start like a random conversation with somebody, be open to doing those kind of things. Honestly, last year when I went to Malta, I did a 3-island, I think it was last year that I did the 3-island cruise, or was it the time before? I can't remember. See, that's how many times I've been. But one of the times that I went to Malta, I did a 3-island cruise, and on that cruise I ended up meeting 2 women. It was a mother and daughter from Ireland, and talking to them was just so lovely. Like, we talked all the way through, and I learned so much about them, and they obviously learned a lot about me as well. And even though we didn't like exchange contacts or anything like that, it was a nice experience, and it just made me learn that if I'm open to continuously traveling and I'm open to having conversations with people here and there, you just never know. The more I travel, the more I'll meet new people, and I might even end up making long-lasting friendships. You just never know. But the thing in life is, you need to be open-minded. You need to be comfortable with yourself, and you need to be open to new experiences, meeting new people, and just oozing a certain energy that would make people want to come and talk to you. My last but not least point, and I'm smiling because this is so me, I can do or not do whatever I like. I absolutely love it, because there's been times where I've gone on holiday and maybe I just need a day where I just want to chill. I just want to chill and enjoy room service and relax all day and watch trash TV. Or maybe I just want to sit on my balcony and just soak up the sun, whatever it may be. Whatever I choose to do or not do on that trip, it's my choice. I don't need to hear anybody whinging, oh my gosh, and you haven't got dressed, and oh, let's go, oh, why don't you want to do X, Y, and Z? No, because the trip is about me. I do or I do not do whatever it is I don't or do want to do. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. But honestly, my favorite things about solo traveling is everything is on my terms. If I decide in advance that I want to book certain excursions, I can do that. If I decide I don't want to book anything, or maybe I don't even want to do any research as to what can be done at that destination, and I'll just see how it goes when I get there, I will do that. When I went to Nice earlier on this year, I went for, I think it was 3 or 4 nights. And the only thing that I had booked was, it was a little tour which basically took me, so I stayed in Nice, but on the tour it took me to Eze, Monte Carlo and Monaco. So it was like a half a day kind of thing. That was the only thing that I had pre-booked via TripAdvisor. Everything else was a myth. I hadn't planned anything. I hadn't even done research as to what can or cannot be done in Nice. I was literally like, okay, I've booked this one thing that I'm definitely gonna do. Everything else is just gonna naturally happen. And lo and behold, as soon as I got there, I obviously went to my hotel, checked out my hotel room, freshened up, went for a random walk around, and on that day I even done 2 excursions, which basically involved going on a tour around the Nice area, and it was fantastic and I had an amazing time. And again, on that tour, people just gravitate towards me and talk to me. And I remember there was a time when I was taking a selfie and one guy kind of photobombed me, but even when he photobombed me, we was having a conversation, and it was just really pure. You know, like I say, solo traveling is so amazing. Like, traveling alone is a blessing. It is something that one should not take for granted, just being able to up and travel, because there are a lot of people in the world that don't even have a passport to even be able to travel. So for me, I see it as a blessing. I also see it as a blessing to be comfortable enough to be in my own skin, to be able to do that. You know, honestly, I really love it. By the time this video comes out, God willing, in a couple weeks time, I will be solo traveling again, and I'm so frigging excited. I'm also gonna try, guys, keyword is try, because I've noticed with my, it's not all of my solo travels that I've vlogged, but I've noticed with my previous vlogs they have been quite popular. So I am gonna try, guys, to at least film a couple days of my solo travels going forward. However, I hope that you did enjoy this video. I've actually enjoyed talking about it. It's making me want to, like, I was gonna say it's making me want to fly out, but you know, at this minute in time, can't do that. Can't do that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Mwah! Until my next one, take care, be good.